What's up, y'all? It's your girl Brandy from Stay Snatched, and today I am sharing a review and my recipe using Palmini Lasagna Sheets. These lasagna sheets are low carb. This lasagna recipe is low carb. It's amazing, so let's go ahead and get started. Today I'm going to try out a product that I have been dying to get my hands on and try. I've tried this Palmini Linguine, and it's low carb. It looks like this lasagna. Then the lasagna noodles have 4 grams of carbs, and I love the linguine, and so I'm like, I have to try the lasagna and make my own lasagna. And so let's take a look at the instructions. It says to rinse and drain the lasagna sheets, and then you just prepare it. Oh, so it does say to add to boiling water for 5 to 10 minutes if you want a softer texture. And I did do that with the linguine, so I'm going to do that again. But first, I'm going to get started with my homemade marinara sauce for the lasagna. And so I'm using these crushed tomatoes. They're 100% organic. I got these from Thrive Market. And so one of the things I always look for when I'm buying crushed tomatoes from a store is the ingredients and the nutrition facts. And so this has no added sugar. It does have 4 grams of sugar because tomatoes just naturally have sugar. But then look at the ingredients. It just has organic tomatoes and puree. So I'm going to use this for the homemade marinara sauce. And then I've also got my spices here. So I've got a teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. I've got a teaspoon of dried basil. I usually use 1 tablespoon of fresh basil, but I don't have any today. So I'm just going to use some dried basil. And then I've got a bay leaf. And then here I've got 4 garlic cloves. And I actually just used my garlic press to get that nice and neat. And then I'm going to add kosher salt and some pepper to taste once I kind of get the sauce going. And then I also use 1/2 cup of chopped onion. You can use any type of onion you'd like. Red onions just happen to be my favorite. And so I use my onion chopper to chop this up. I'll link that. I get this off of Amazon. I'll link to it in the description. But you put it on here. You make sure the lock is secure. And then you just hit down. And then you've got some chopped onions there. And so my ground beef, I get this from Butcher Box. It's 100% grass-fed. I actually love their beef. It's antibiotic free, and so I'll link to that below as well. But this was previously frozen, and then I had some cold water in here to defrost it. It'll defrost in cold water within a couple of hours. And so this is fully defrosted now, ready to go. So I've got a saucepan here on medium-high heat. I'm going to add maybe about a tablespoon of olive oil. And then I'm going to add my onions. This may be closer to a third. Maybe like a 1/2 cup, 3/4 of a cup. I don't know why I can't talk. 3/4 of a cup of onions. So I'm adding my garlic. I usually use 1/2 cup of onions, but I'm not really measuring today. And so I'm just going to saute these until they're translucent and fragrant. I'll come back and show you guys how that looks. So once the onions start to get soft, I'm going to pour my sauce in here. Then I'm going to add all of my spices. And then I'll do a little bit of salt for now, and then I'll taste it repeatedly after it has simmered to see if it needs any adjustment. But give this a nice good stir. And then I'll add my bay leaf. And then I let this simmer on low heat for about 20 minutes. So here I am shredding up my cheese. I always use a cheese grater and actually shred my cheese because it melts so much better than that pre-shredded stuff that you'll find in the store that also has potato starch and other preservatives, and it's a lot stiffer. So when you grate your own cheese, it's super, super soft to the touch. And so I love to just get my own block of cheese, grate it up myself. And so I've got 1 cup of mozzarella cheese, 1 cup of sharp cheddar, or you can use regular cheddar, is fine as well. And this is half a cup of ricotta cheese. And then I've also got some Parmesan Reggiano that I'm gonna grate as well. I did want to point out that there is a difference between Parmesan cheese and Parmesan Reggiano. If you've never tried Reggiano, this is actual real Parmesan. It is amazing. It's a game changer for sure. So I think that everybody should be using this as well. It's a little more expensive. Like, as you can see, for 0.4 pounds, it's $7.90, so it's $20 a pound. So it's not cheap, but I think that it's well worth it. And we won't use all of this in the recipe. I'm only going to use maybe 1/4 of a cup. But when I make lasagna, I really kind of like to freestyle how much cheese that I use. I really go off of kind of how it's looking once I get in there, and I'll show you guys what I mean later when we get to layering in all of the cheese. So now I'm working on sauteing my ground beef, and I've got some salt and pepper in there. I didn't go crazy with the seasonings because the marinara sauce has a lot of different spices in there, and we're gonna combine the marinara with this ground beef, so it's not really gonna need a lot. And to break down the beef, I am using my meat chopper. It's from Amazon. It's really super convenient. So I'll leave a link to that in the show notes as well. But you just wanna cook the ground beef until it's fully cooked and no longer pink. So I've got my Palmini open, and I was really curious as to how this was going to look since it comes in this small can, and it does look like the strips are pretty small on here, so that's interesting. The other thing that's interesting is the serving size. So it says that 1 serving size for these macros is 75 grams. And so there's 3 servings per container. So you can take this and divide it up into thirds, or you can weigh each of your servings just to ensure accuracy. But if there's 3 servings in this entire can, that may be good. We'll see once I get this rinsed and out of the can. Okay, so I've got the Palmini rinsed, and this is how it looks. The texture feels pretty soft. If you remember, the can said if you want softer noodles, then to boil them in water for 5 to 10 minutes, which I did with the linguine that I've tried. But I think that since this is going to be baked, that this is actually soft enough. And so this entire amount is 3 servings. And so I'm using a pound of ground beef. I've got a full serving of marinara sauce. I'm going to need multiple cans. So I'm going to start with 2 cans to see if that would be enough for a pound of ground beef. But I've got another can that I can add to if it's not enough. So we'll get in there and we'll see. You can also just not have a lot of layers, but I really like a nice layered lasagna. So we'll see how this turns out. Right now I'm waiting for the ground beef to cook, and then I'll add the marinara to that and we'll get to layering. So my ground beef is finished cooking. Before you add the marinara to the ground beef, you want to be sure to drain any excess fat from the ground beef so that it's not oily. So I'll do that, and then I'll add the marinara. So I've got the marinara added to the beef. Let me turn the heat down on here. It smells so good. I really love to make my own marinara. You can buy your own jarred. There's a brand, Rouse, that I love that doesn't have added sugar. And so it's a ready-made marinara sauce for you. But making your own is pretty quick and easy. Let me get that bay leaf out of there. And then I'll combine this, and then I'll just let it kind of simmer uncovered for just a couple of minutes, and then we'll get it into the lasagna. So I have an 8.5 by 11 baking dish, but I think that I'm gonna try to see if I can get just the 1 can in here just fine, and we'll test if we need to add an additional one. But I am gonna spritz this. This is just olive oil that I'm gonna spritz on the bottom just to make sure that nothing sticks. You don't have to do this. This is just something that I do as a precaution. I've never used these noodles, so just to be sure that nothing sticks, just get a little bit of oil in the bottom of the pan. And so I've got 1 layer in there, and I totally think that you can probably use 1 can with an 8.5 by 11 baking dish because I still have some here. And so since you have cheese and meat as well, you don't need to do a lot of layers. I think that I'm still probably going to use at least another half can, probably the whole thing, because why not? But you can probably definitely, with 8.5 by 11, use just 1, especially if you use a smaller baking dish than this. It'll definitely work. So I've taken half of the ground beef, spread that over my first layer, and so now I'm gonna start adding the cheese. I think I'm gonna add all of the ricotta to this very first layer, and then some of these shredded cheeses. So we'll see how much I can spread of this ricotta, and I'll go from there. And so I've got the ricotta in there, and so ricotta is really soft, but when you pair it with ground beef, you do kind of have to work it in there. And so that's kind of what I was doing with my spoon, is just kind of working it into the meat. And so another thing you can do is when you add the marinara sauce to the ground beef, you can add your ricotta cheese in and stir it up. I often just like to kind of see it when I cut through the layers. So that's why I do it this way, but you can do it either way. So now I'm gonna take some of my shredded cheddar and get that sprinkled throughout. Make sure you get those corners. That's where you want lots of good cheese too. And then I've got my Parmesan cheese. I'll get some of that in there. And the Parmesan cheese is what I have the least amount of. Only got 1/4 of a cup of that. And then I'll add some mozzarella cheese. And then I'll add another layer of the Palmini Lasagna noodles. Okay, if this is where you want to stop with your layering, then I totally think you can use 1 can of the Palmini. I think it'll be fine. I still have this much left, so I can definitely go another layer, or maybe even 2. So I think with 1.5 cans, you can get 3 layers of lasagna in here. So now I'm gonna add the remaining ground beef. Get that on there. I'll come back and show you guys how that looks, and we'll add more cheese, of course. All right, the last of the ground beef is on, and I'm gonna add another layer. I'm going for 3 layers of the Palmini. You can get a lot of servings out of this as well, and so of course I'll have the macros for you guys in the description. So you can definitely modify this to suit your taste, suit your needs, suit your macros, and what you want to do. All right, so I'm gonna add the last of the cheese. This Parmesan got a little mixed in with the cheddar. It's not that much left of that. And so I like to add the cheddar first, and I like the mozzarella to be the last cheese on top. Mozzarella has the most stretch, the most pull. It'll bubble up. It's the best for lasagna. So save the best for last. So I'm gonna get this nice and spread out on here. Okay, and then I'll add some, and so this is also when you can start eyeballing and thinking if you need more cheese. Like, that's not a ton of cheddar, so if you think you need more, add more. I think I may just go with this amount. If anything, I would always just add more mozzarella. But I think that I'm good with the amount that I used. Okay, so now I've got all of my cheese on here. I'm gonna bake this on 350. I'm gonna start with 20 minutes and then kind of just eyeball it from there. Once the cheese starts to bubble, that's usually when you know that it's done. So I'll eyeball it and see how long it needs in the oven. So I ended up going 30 minutes with this, and I also adjusted the heat to 375 degrees. I will let this cool for about 10 to 15 minutes before I slice into it. So the other cool thing that I like to do is I like to freeze meals for meal prep. And so I have these freezer molds. This is a 2-cup size. These also come in 1-cup size and half a cup size. The 2-cup size is perfect for something like lasagna. So I can freeze this for later and then defrost it in its own little portion. It looks like a square block. It's so cool. So I will leave a link in the description to where you can grab these on Amazon. They are a lifesaver.
For my final review, I will say that you may want to boil the noodles as opposed to using them straight out of the can. I think that it's fine to use them right out of the can, but when I was slicing into the lasagna just with my fork, they were a little stiff to touch. So if you like really soft noodles, boil those noodles.